If you thought the political drama was confined to Washington, D.C., think again. We are witnessing a full-blown celebrity feud between two of the biggest names in comedy history, and honestly, it is getting personal. On the Friday, November 21 episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, the host didn't just deliver his usual monologue, he launched a direct, heat-seeking missile at Curb Your Enthusiasm star Larry David. The topic? Bill Maher's controversial dinner with Donald Trump and Larry David's scathing reaction to it. If you've been following this saga, you know tensions have been simmering. But this week, the pot boiled over. Let's break down exactly what happened, what was said, and why this new rule segment felt less like a comedy bit and more like the end of a friendship. The backstory: my dinner with Adolf. Before we get into the fresh drama, let's rewind the tape. Why is Bill Maher so angry? It all started back in March when news broke that Bill Maher had dinner with Donald Trump. For a literal comedian who has spent years criticizing the former, and now future, president, it was a shocking move. The internet melted down. But the criticism that seemed to sting the most came from comedy legend Larry David. In April, David penned a satirical op-ed for the New York Times titled My Dinner with Adolf. The piece was a biting satire comparing dining with Trump to dining with Hitler. It was classic Larry David, neurotic, sharp, and unapologetically critical. But clearly, Bill Maher didn't find it funny, not one bit. And on his latest show, he let the world know exactly how he felt about it. Maher strikes back, unhelpful and dumb. During his famous New Rule segment, Maher looked straight into the camera and addressed the elephant in the room. He didn't mince words. He called out the no-contact crowd, the people who believe the only way to handle Trump is to shun him completely. This is so childish, so purely emotional, the people who got all but hurt because I had dinner with him, Maher vented. He went straight for the jugular regarding Larry David's specific comparison. You know, because he's Adolf Hitler, except he's not. So unhelpful and dumb. Maher argued that the hyperbolic comparisons aren't just annoying. They are factually wrong and politically strategic suicide. He even defended Trump's record on Israel to make his point, stating that POTUS is the most supportive president Israel and the Jews ever had. But the political defense was just the appetizer. The main course was a personal attack on Larry David's intellect. The ultimate insult. I get that now. This is the part that made the audience gasp. Usually, comedians have a code of mutual respect, especially veterans like Maher and David. But Maher decided to air some dirty laundry. He revealed that he had spent years trying to get Larry David to come on Real Time as a guest. Every year, I used to ask Larry David to do Real Time, and he'd always say, "No, I can't. I'm not smart enough about politics to do your show," Maher recounted. Then came the sting. "Yeah, I get that now," Maher deadpanned. Ouch. That is a masterclass in shade. Maher took David's self-deprecating excuse and weaponized it, essentially telling the world, Larry wasn't being humble, he actually doesn't know what he's talking about. Maher continued his takedown, accusing David and others of prioritizing their own moral superiority over actual political strategy. Because there is no arguing here, there's just the sugar rush that the no-contact people get from never coming in second in the I Hate Trump the Most contest. The mean girls of politics. Maher didn't stop at calling David uninformed. He compared the anti-engagement strategy to a high school cafeteria, and honestly, it's a metaphor that resonates with a lot of people right now. Really? That's your strategy? Maher asked incredulously. To go full high school and tell the guy with all the power he can't sit with you at the lunch table? It's a compelling point. Maher is arguing that we are dealing with the leader of the free world, not a teenager you can freeze out socially. By refusing to engage, Maher suggests that liberals are essentially taking their ball and going home, leaving the playing field entirely open for the opposition. Channeling Logan Roy, you are not serious people. If you are going to insult someone in 2025, there is no better way to do it than quoting HBO's Succession. Maher dropped the ultimate pop culture hammer. To borrow a phrase familiar to HBO viewers, you are not serious people. For those who haven't seen the show, this is a quote from the terrifying patriarch Logan Roy, telling his children they aren't capable of running his empire. By using this line, Maher is painting Larry David and the resistance crowd as incompetent children playing at politics rather than serious adults trying to solve problems. He challenged the logic of the boycott directly. What exactly is the argument? That by talking to Trump, I'll elevate him? Oh my God, don't tell me he could become president. The sarcasm was dripping. Mahher's point is clear. Trump is the president, again. You can't platform someone who already holds the highest office in the land. He's already elevated. The question is, what do you do now? The danger of the echo chamber. Maher wrapped up his rant with a pragmatic look at how Donald Trump operates. Love him or hate him, everyone seems to agree on one thing. Trump is a transactional, people person. There's no perfect way to engage with Trump, but not engaging is for sure nothing, Maher explained. He noted that with Trump, everything with him is done through personal relationships. This leads to Maher's most critical warning. If the smart people, the liberals, and the critics refuse to be in the room with Trump, who is left? If anything, we need more people like me having dinner with him. You complain he's surrounded by asterisk kissers, but your strategy is to make sure no one but asterisk kissers are around him. You are not serious people. It's a paradox that Maher nailed perfectly. You can't complain that a leader is surrounded by yes men if you refuse to be the no man in the room. By boycotting the dinner table, Maher argues, you are guaranteeing that Trump only hears what he wants to hear. Why this matters? This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a microcosm of the massive divide in the country right now. On one side, you have the Larry David camp. They believe that engaging with someone they view as dangerous legitimizes them. They believe in drawing a hard moral line in the sand. On the other side, you have the Bill Maher camp. They believe that isolation doesn't work. They believe that in the real world, you have to talk to people you disagree with, even if you despise them, if you want to have any influence over what happens next. Maher's new rule was harsh. It was mean. Calling a comedy legend childish and not smart is a bridge-burning move. But it also highlighted a frustration that many people feel. Is performative outrage actually accomplishing anything? What's next? Will Larry David respond? He's not exactly known for keeping quiet when he feels slighted. Have you seen Curb? We could be looking at a prolonged war of words between two of the sharpest tongues in the industry. But beyond the celebrity feud, Maher left his audience with a serious question to ponder. If we treat politics like a high school popularity contest, we might just end up losing the school. What do you think? Was Bill Maher too harsh on Larry David? Or is he right that we need to stop the cancel culture approach to politics and start having difficult conversations with the other side? Real Time with Bill Maher airs Fridays at 10/9 on HBO.